Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Saturday, November 6th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So we're going to take a quick look back at yesterday's picks, see how they turned out, talk about the injuries in play for tonight's slate, and then talk about my picks on both FanDuel and DraftKings for tonight as well. But with that being said, we'll get started with yesterday's recap. So at the point guard position on the DraftKings side, we had Patrick Beverley, $4,000, looking for 20 points out of him. He only got to 14, so he was a mess. He played 27 minutes, 2 for 6 shooting. This game ended up in a little bit of a blowout as well. And he'd been playing very well prior to this game so far this season, so a little bit of a disappointment, but a very, very chalky and a very popular play altogether last night. Then at the shooting guard position, we had Cade Cunningham, $4,600, coming off a pretty solid day, very popular option yesterday. Was looking for about 23 points out of him, got to 25.5, so he was a hit. Then a small forward, Nick Batum, $4,600 as well, looking for 23 points out of him, got to 26.5, so he was also a hit. Jaren Jackson Jr., who was $5,600, looking for 28 points out of him, he got to 32.25, so he was another hit right there. And then last but not least, on the DraftKings side, we had Jarrett Allen, $6,600, looking for 33 points out of him, got to 41.25, so he was a hit as well. So pretty solid day overall on the DraftKings side. The only miss there was Patrick Beverley, who pretty much half the field was playing anyways. Then on the FanDuel side, had Darius Garland, $5,900, went off to a very slow start in the first half, but still ended up hitting as he had a strong second half, 33.2 points. Then Cade Cunningham once again, $4,200, looking for 21 points out of him. He got to 21.8 on the FanDuel side, so he was a hit as well. Then small forward Franz Wagner was $5,400, looking for 27 points out of him. He got to 21.6. He was a miss. Played 29 minutes, a little bit lower than usual for him, and he was 3 for 11 shooting, so not the best shooting performance either. Then at power forward, Blake Griffin, who is probably one that a lot of people weren't really talking about, but the cheap price that he did have was pretty nice. $3,800, 19 points is what you're looking for out of him. He got 26.5, so he was a nice little hit over there on the FanDuel side. Then last but not least, had Evan Mobley, $6,200, looking for 31 points out of him. Only got to 28, so he was a miss. Obviously, Jarrett Allen kind of had that bigger day once again. Stole some of those rebounds, and it really hurt Evan Mobley overall. But still a pretty solid day on both sides regardless. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to the injuries for tonight's slate. So there is one island game. This is the game that starts before all the other ones. It's Houston Rockets and the Denver Nuggets. John Wall out once again. Daniel House and Daniel Tice are both game time decisions, so we'll see if either one of them end up playing tonight. And then for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is out once again. Can Carr game time decision. We'll see if he plays. Probably not in the rotation, even if he does end up playing. For the Utah Jazz, Rudy Gay is out once again. Royce O'Neal and Donovan Mitchell both dealing with ankle injuries. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell was the one that missed the last time out. Royce O'Neal ended up playing in that game. So if I have to guess, Royce O'Neal is probably going to play. Donovan Mitchell, more of a game time decision. For the Miami Heat, Victor Oladipo, Max Strus out once again. Okpala is a game time decision, looking like he's going to play. And then Kyle Lowry is questionable in this game. If he doesn't play, obviously opens up some more minutes, some more usage for a guy like Tyler Hero. Even though Tyler Hero might not be in the starting lineup, it might actually be Gabe Vincent. So both those guys would become viable plays if Kyle Lowry does end up missing. Then for the Philadelphia 76ers, obviously they got a handful here once again. Ben Simmons, Grant Ryler's still out. Isaiah Joe is still out. And then Tobias Harris is still out as well. Korkmaz and Danny Green, both are game time decisions, questionable to play. Korkmaz, I believe, has a chance to play. Danny Green probably not going to play tonight. Chicago Bulls are just without Kobe White and Patrick Williams once again, so no changes there. Then we move down to the Boston Celtics, who are without Jaylen Brown in this game. Josh Richardson, game time decision, looking like he should play, although he did miss the last time out. Obviously, Jaylen Brown being out gives a big bump up to Dennis Schroeder, as he should be in the starting lineup. Marcus Smart gets a little bit of a bump. Everybody kind of gets a little bit of a bump all together overall for the Boston Celtics tonight. Then for the Dallas Mavericks, Maxi Kleber out once again. Kristaps Porzingis, will he play? Will he not play? We'll just have to see. Reggie Bullock is a game time decision, but looking like he should play tonight. Atlanta Hawks are just without Okongwu once again. Phoenix Suns without Dario Saric. Campaign looking like he's got a chance to return tonight, so we'll see if he's back or not. And then for the Los Angeles Lakers, obviously the big ones, LeBron James being out, but Nunn, Horton Tucker, and Ariza are all still out. Anthony Davis has a game time decision listed next to him. I believe he will play, though. Portland Trailblazers are all the way healthy, and that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries for tonight's slate. Not a ton of them out there. Obviously, the big ones that we're looking at for is going to be Donovan Mitchell, Kristaps Porzingis, maybe a little bit of that 76ers news as well to see if more value opens up there. But with that being said, we'll move over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So at the point guard position, got Dennis Schroeder. He is $5,400, looking for 27 points at him. He's averaging 30 on the season. I got him projected for 29 points in this game. Should be in that starting lineup and should be performing rather well without Jaylen Brown playing in this game tonight. Then at shooting guard position, we got Alex Caruso, $3,900, looking for 19, 20 points out of him, averaging almost 23 on the season. He's been playing decent minutes coming off the bench. More often than not, he's going to get you at least 20 points, so a pretty relatively safe play on tonight's slate. It is a smaller slate. This is a pick that could change throughout the day. Then at the small forward position, I went with DeAndre Hunter. He's been kind of picking it up a little bit more lately. $4,100, cheap price tag there for sure. Looking for about 20, 21 points at him. I got him projected for about 21, 22 points in tonight's game. Once again, this is another pick that could change throughout the day, but looking like a decent play early on tonight's slate at the very least. Then at power forward, we're going to Anthony Davis, probably the best pay-up option on this slate overall. There is Luka Doncic on this slate. There's Russell Westbrook. There's Joel Embiid, Trae Young, a couple other guys as well. But if you're talking about a guy that's probably going to give you the most points tonight with LeBron James missing, it's probably going to be Anthony Davis. Goes against Portland Trailblazers. Should be a pretty solid matchup there as well. We're looking for 53 points out of him. I got him projected for about 54, 55 at this point in time, and he definitely has a lot of upside for more, as we've seen in the games he's played without LeBron so far this season. Then at the center position, going to Clint Capella, $7,100, looking for 35, 36 points at him, only averaging 30.5 on the season, but he's been playing more minutes lately. It's going to be a matchup where he's probably going to be out on the court more often than not. So definitely looking for Clint Capella to pay off at this price tag tonight. Got him projected for about 37 points. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the DraftKings side, you'll have $19,000 remaining, just over $6,300 per player. So maybe you can pay up for a little bit more expensive guy, plug some value plays in, or you can kind of spread the wealth to see what works best for you guys tonight. And then with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So on the FanDuel side, we're going to start off with point guard Mike Conley. We played him last time out, and he paid off pretty good. Donovan Mitchell might not play in this game once again. $5,600, still too cheap of a price tag for Mike Conley overall. You're looking for about 28 points out of him. That's about what he's averaging on the season. I got him projected for 29 points. If Donovan Mitchell does not play, he's probably going to go for over 30. Then at the shooting guard position, we talked about him on the DraftKings side a little bit, is Dennis Schroeder once again. $6,000, looking for about 30 points out of him. He's averaging just under that on the season. I got him projected for 30 points tonight. No Jaylen Brown, should be in that starting lineup. Pretty simple right there. Then at the small forward position, we have another Boston Celtic, and it's Jason Tatum. $9,500, looking for about 47, 48 points out of him tonight. There's no Jaylen Brown, should definitely help him out, be that main point scorer, that main kind of cog in their offense overall. I do have him projected for 48 points tonight, but he definitely has a little bit of upside for more too if he gets going. Then at the power forward position, we got Anthony Davis, $10,600. Once again, we're looking for 53 points out of him. No LeBron James. Biggest beneficiary is going to be Anthony Davis. Got him projected for about 54, 55 points on the FanDuel side as well. Then last but not least, at the center position, we got another familiar face in Clint Capella, $6,400. Looking for 32 points out of him, averaging about 31 on the season so far this year. Like I mentioned, he's playing more minutes, probably going to be out there most of the time against DeAndre Ayton. Should have a relatively solid game. Got him projected for about 37 points on the FanDuel side when you include the blocks, the steals, everything like that. Clint Capella looking like a very, very solid option at that center position tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players over on the FanDuel side, you have $21,900 left over, just under $5,500 per player. So you're going to need to get a little bit creative, find some value plays, find some mid-tier guys, and mix and match and plug and play with this lineup overall. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for Saturday, November 6th. As always, if you have any questions at all related to NBA DFS, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on DraftKings or FanDuel. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who is yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. And like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this, as well as 5 days of fantasy football or NFL DFS content. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.